My presentation uses data from Leisure 2013. My research question is, how is one's attitude towards integration or assimilation of immigrants, measured through forbidding or allowing religious symbols in public, influenced by their education level, first language, and their views on if the Charter of Quebec Values protects Quebec values or if it is an infringement of individual freedom and expression? To gauge interest and a general attitudes towards the feeling about religious symbols, my matrix variable includes attitudes for provincial public servants, police officers, and teachers. This decision was made in order to have a wide variety of different types of public servants, both those who work with children, the public, and those who enforce the law. The rationale and literature. Attitudes of minority and majority members towards adaptation of immigrants, written by Jan Peter van Olvenhoven, Karen S. Prins, and Bram B. Bunnock, which was published in the European Journal of Social Psychology. It studied about 300 Turkish and Moroccan immigrants to the Netherlands and their experiences through assimilation, separation, marginalization, and integration. As it turned out, immigrants were happiest and fared best through integration. However, the Dutch were split between if they preferred assimilation or integration of immigrants. The Quebec Charter of Values is an assimilation technique. My rationale is that allowing religious symbols in public is an integration technique, forbidding them is a forced assimilation technique. Here you can see my reliability analysis with a moderate correlation coefficient of 0.246. Frequency distribution. You can see the matrix variable I put together as well as some of the statistics to follow. There's an overwhelming preference for forbidding religious symbols in Quebec, with a moderate amount willing to allow it. My hypothesis is that those whose first language is French will generally forbid religious accommodation because French is the dominant culture. Those who are less educated will generally forbid religious accommodation because they've been less exposed to multiculturalism and liberalism. Those who see the charters protecting Quebec values will tend to forbid religious accommodation as they see it through the lens of protection rather than the restriction of individual freedom and liberty. This is in line with the reference literature regarding the experience of Turkish and Moroccan immigrants in the Netherlands. My correlation matrix can be found here. And in summary, there was the greatest opposition to teachers displaying religious symbols by French speakers. Those who did not speak French as a first language were less opposed to allowing religious symbols. French speakers tended to prefer assimilation techniques, while people who did not speak French as a first language preferred integration techniques. And it appears that the rest of Canada prefers integration, whereas Quebec leadership prefers assimilation techniques. The final point is through external research. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it.